ever have deja vu, Mrs. Lancaster?
I don't think so, but I could check with the kitchen.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Phil? Hey, Phil? Phil?
Have you ever seen that film, Groundhog Day? The one where Bill Murray keeps waking up and it's the 2nd of
I
February.
don't know what you mean. Don't mess with me, pork chop. What day is this?
It's February 2nd.
I think he plays a guy called Phil, and the alarm clock every morning is, "I've got you, babe." He's sort of stuck in a time loop, just can't get out of waking up on the 2nd of February. Every single morning. Goes to sleep that night, still 2nd of February when he wakes up.
Groundhog Day.
Sorry. You know, I thought it was yesterday.
Oh.
And to begin with, he's very confused, but then he starts to enjoy himself. Once he's lived the day over and over, indulging and doing whatever he likes, he starts to feel depressed and kind of gets down about it. And the movie goes on and he keeps waking up. It's the same day, 2nd of February.
Excuse me, where's everybody going?
To Gobbler's Knob. It's Groundhog Day.
It's still just once a year, isn't it?
And eventually, he starts to learn the lessons that he needs to learn. And I won't spoil the end of the film. You can watch that.
Something is different.
Good or bad?
Anything different is good.
But the plight of the musician is very much like Groundhog Day. You might even be thinking it if you're a regular viewer of these videos. It's the same, but different. Same color, different shade. We wake up, we get our equipment ready, we head to a place, we set up, we play music. Groundhog Day. But there's lessons to be learned from Groundhog Day. There's lessons to be learned from this ethos. For if you want to do anything in life, anything. The secret is, of course, to find joy in the repetition, to extract the lessons you need to learn from those consistent repetitions in order to have the breakthrough, in order to have a life-changing event. Never in my lifetime did I think I would be stoked to be in Stevenage. I grew up not far from here and this was always a place best left untouched. But then I became a busker and realised that it has incredible busking potential, and every time I've been here so far has been a righteous success, so we'll see what today holds, shall we? Groundhog Day, same but different. We've been here before, we've done this 1,000 times, but you never know, you never really know. The variables are there, the variables vary. Well, here we are again, back in Stevenage for maybe the 4th time, 3rd time, 4th time? I don't know. Gets more and more worn every time I see it. Can I hear music? Might be worth checking out where that music's coming from. I think that music is somebody playing music through a speaker. Same but different, eh? Groundhog Day. Similar questions, similar anxieties running through the mind, but still we do it. Still we do it. You know, Ryan Holiday, he's the author that writes and sort of lives and breathes stoicism. He has this really cool section in one of his books. It's all about consistency. All about how transformation is less to do with these big, dramatic, life-defining moments and more about these small, incremental improvements, these repetitions of things that can seemingly be boring, things that can be like administrative, just small daily tasks that you have to show up to again and again and again and again, and it can become arduous, it can become boring in some cases, but daily habits, persistent, small, reoccurring effort, focusing in on the present moment and making progress on consistent small action. That's the epitome of busking, right? That's exactly what we have to do. Groundhog Day, baby. Groundhog Day. Same equipment, same cables, same setup, repetition, baby. Let's see, shall we? what happens in Stevenage today. Just like in Groundhog Day, there are some things that are very predictable, but there are others that can vary wildly. You never quite know. Can you find joy in the repetition? I certainly can. I certainly do.
A moment of clarity, like I'm doing something right, harder for you to see. 'Cause you're so short outside what it can mean to me. 'Cause I can't live my life without doing what I like, no. And now you're here, far away from where you can reach, nobody else did. I don't wanna be part of your scene, keep barking like a dog, 'cause I refuse to be a sheep. Yeah, I'm barking like a dog, 'cause I refuse to be a sheep.
Good old Stevenage, eh? Good old Stevenage. This is so refreshing, having been in York. If you haven't watched last week's video, go and check it out. But I established why I don't think busking in York is worth it, and come to Stevenage and it's the polar opposite. No other buskers in sight. Not that that's a good thing, not that it's a bad thing either, but it's not an overwhelming amount of stuff going on. It's just pure, honest, humble, community-driven place. I like it.
But I'm more than happy singing in the street. No, I don't really care for who they want me to be. No. The difference between you and me is I believed in us, yeah. Now the difference between you and me is I believe in it.
I'm getting a lot of reverb from playing under this shelter actually, which is a bit off-putting, but that's what street music teaches us. How to be good in any situation. Whatever the challenge is, we face it. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
The difference between you and me is you gave up, but I won't know. Now the difference between you and me.
Yeah, Groundhog Day. Doing the same things day in, day out. Life is a repetition. It's a daily repetition. And sure, you can travel and you can go different places and you can try and change things up and you can have many different careers and, you know, have many different relationships and whatnot, but ultimately it's the same but different. And I think that you have to consciously choose what you want to spend those repetitions doing. Life is a whole lot better when you've chosen to do things that you really love doing, where you find joy in the repetition, man.
Are you staying awake for the lift off tonight? You'll never believe the sights tonight, the sights tonight. Are you staying awake for the lift tonight? You'll never believe the sights tonight, the sights. So Mr. Magpie, you got distracted by the gleam in the diamonds as you flew by.
So how do you find joy in repetition? How do you find joy in the Groundhog Day? My first point of call is to always focus on process, never outcome. Instead of fixating on like goals and where you want to be, although they're good to keep in mind, just fixate on doing the thing. Doing the thing that's going to get you to those goals, that's going to help you achieve them.
So boldly going to the great unknown, Marcus Cicero, but there's life, there's hope. I'm searching far and wide to find a planet to obey. Far and wide, I wanna scan and explore it. Far and wide, you're my new planet to obey. So far up the rocket.
If you focus on process, you start to notice that perhaps that's actually why you do the thing in the first place. Like, speaking from experience, having been somebody that has now achieved some of the goals that I set out to on my journey, Every time you achieve a milestone, it suddenly makes you realize that it was never about the milestone anyway. It was about doing the thing that got you to the milestone.
So I'm boldly going to the great unknown. Marcus is to but there's life, there's hope. I'm searching far and wide to find a planet to orbit. Far and wide, I wanna scan and explore it. Far and wide on my new planet to orbit. So far up the rocket.
You have to achieve a few milestones before you kind of realize that, though. I think that's the problem. At the beginning of your journey, you're like, yeah, right. It's easy for you to say if you know, if you've got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, or if you're playing a theatre show, or if you've, you know, released an album and people have bought it. And I understand that, but honestly, when you hit certain milestones, you're like, I actually love the process. And that's why I really love that quote, the goal is the path, because it makes you realize that your life isn't about achieving certain things, it's about just staying on the path that you love, you know. And that for me is music, and for you it could be anything, but I'm going to assume it's probably something musical if you're watching this YouTube channel.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know there's a few of that apply it to other areas of your life, and that's awesome too. The next thing is to convince your brain to reward consistent action. Like, reward yourself when you're being consistent. Like, give yourself a pat on the back for consistency.
Na na na. No, no, yeah. It was so we went, so we found, making these memories so loud and profound, and we live. Oh, starting to fly now.
Consistency is everything, man. I think that, like, it really is the key to doing anything and doing anything well. I think the best things in life are what I call maintenance projects. They're the things that you have to show up to every day in order for them to be good. You know, like your health is one. If you want to be in good health, you have to do daily things. But doing those daily things can become very enjoyable.
Now we are now living, yeah, flying so far now. Inside my mind, outside your realm, your deepest desires, they dictate your health and you live. Oh, it's your turn to fly now.
If you want to get good at your instrument, it has to be a daily practice, or at least a very regular practice. And then that concept applies to the bigger things in life, you know, the bigger goals, the bigger dreams. It's just about showing up.
Last year this was just a dream, and now it's so here in front of me. Whilst you get busy making plans, please understand how we are now.
Maya Angelou has a quote: one isn't necessarily born with courage, but everyone is born with potential. And I think it's consistency that turns potential into that sort of courage, into that courageousness to go and do the thing that you really want to do.
Bucket list, it isn't a backlist screenshot. Go big. Last year this was just a dream, and now it's all here in front of me. Whilst you get busy making plans, beat understand how we are now.
A bit like in Groundhog Day, if you go busking once, you've done a busk. If you go busking 3-4 times a week for a year, you've become a busker. You'll have learned things about yourself, you'll have learned more on your instrument, you'll have improved immensely as a person through showing up consistently.
Yeah, flying so far now. Oh.
But one lesson to remember with courage, and this is one that I like to try and get across on the camera every time I come to a place to busk. Courage has like a reset every day. Just like in Groundhog Day, I feel like every day I wake up, and even though I've done this thousands of times now, I still get those nerves, I still get those anxieties. And I think that's the mistake that a lot of people have with courage, right? Is they think that courage is when there's no longer fear when there's no longer feelings of fear.
I like to think that I write these songs for a reason. And I like to think that this chord is just for the season only.
But it's not. And you've heard it 1,000 times, but it literally is. You still feel all the fears, you still feel all the nerves. You just know that that's normal, so you carry on and you get set up and you go. And I think that that's what Maya Angelou's maybe referring to. It's like your potential's there, and you just have to acknowledge the fact that you've got that potential and go out there and do the thing anyway, regardless of how much fear you feel, how much anxiety you feel.
Turn around. Life's a game, yeah, but nobody knows how to play it, save it, yeah. And I'm an alien, surrounded by a robotic behavior.
I think the next thing is to embrace the present. This is very cliche these days, but a bit like in Groundhog Day. In life, at some point, I guess we do wake up on February the 3rd, and that's it, it's over. The kind of repetition of life is over, you know? It does have an end, and you never know when that is gonna come. And I always try and remind myself of that, because I always try to think, like, if I was to not wake up tomorrow, would I be happy with how I spent today?
Where do we go from here? Oh, where do I go from? 2 steps from a crossroad.
And that's always like a really like poignant thought, because it takes you away from the idea that you're doing all this to achieve something. And I think that it's good that you are, like I feel like it's good that I am. And it's great to have goals, and it's great to shoot for them, and I think we all should. But I think we should also look at what we're doing on our day-to-day and make sure it's something that we enjoy and love, because what if we don't wake up tomorrow? You want to make sure you get to spend your Groundhog Days doing something that you genuinely love doing, that you genuinely get a kick out of, and spending those days with people that you love, and all of that, all of it.
Turn around. They can say all they want about it, something I don't doubt it sometimes, yeah. Where do we go from here? Oh, where do I go from? 2 steps from a crossroad. 2 steps from a crossroad.
Sometimes I know exactly what I'm going to make a video about. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just start chatting to the camera, and today's one of those days. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell you this. Last week's video, York, was filmed 2 days ago. I spent yesterday editing it. So today is 2 days later, and I've come out to do exactly the same thing that I had the intention of doing in York, and the days are vastly different, even though I'm doing the same thing. After York, I left feeling a bit disappointed and my energy felt a bit low. And although, you know, I tried to draw from it, and I can see why it wasn't a bad day, in the end it was, you know, those are the days where you learn things. Those are the days where you become more resilient and become, you know, a better person. But they are also the days that make you appreciate days like today, and today is going so well. It's such a relief, and I guess that's why keep showing up is my mantra, because if you stop showing up after a bad day, then you miss out on all of the potential of good days that were to come. And that's something to think about when you're having one of those bad days, when you're feeling like you're just going through the motions and you're feeling like things are a bit arduous. Keep showing up. You're gonna come out the other side. That's my inspirational speeches for today. When I think about a busk I did last week and I compare it to today, it doesn't really seem any different. It's very, very much the same thing. And if I look at a YouTube video I made last month, it probably looks very much like this one, you know? But if I compare a busk or a video to this time last year, oh my goodness, I can see all of the improvements I've made. I can see how much more refined I am in my craft. And if I was to compare a day-to-day experience from now and 5 years ago, oh my goodness, I live a completely different life, man. Completely different. Now apply that to like a decade. What's life gonna be like in a decade if I keep showing up? My speculation tells me that I'll be stood on stage at Wembley Arena. ARP. I know for a fact that if I keep showing up, it's gonna be profound. And that is the message I'm trying to get across in this video. When you're in those times where it feels arduous, it feels like you're on that plateau and you've just been repeating the same day in, day out, feels like Groundhog Day. Remember that the breakthrough isn't necessarily going to be this massive, life-changing, crazy event. It could be, but it's more likely that it's just going to be the case that you keep showing up, you keep living that 2nd of February day, day in, day out, and after a year, you'll look back and go, oh my goodness, I'm here, I did it. And that is the breakthrough, that right there. It's an incremental little drip over time. And sure, you've got to keep things fresh, you've got to change those songs, you've got to make it exciting, you've got to change the variables to make it fun as you can, but you've got to accept that there are going to be those moments where it feels like life is just Groundhog Day, over and over. Keep showing up, my friends, keep showing up. Right, I'll hand you to future me to round off the video. I'm going to drive back to Brighton now. Always on the road, me. ARP. Always on the road.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no
Wait, what? What day is it? We've been here before. This has happened before. We must have done this outro hundreds, if not 1,000 times. And yet here we are. Groundhog Day. Still doing it. Still showing up, my friends. With no signs of stopping. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new around here. If you want to leave me an online donation, I have a super thanks button there. Or I do have a Patreon page. A monthly donation in return for some exclusive content, including some of the first words to my book that I am working on. I'm excited to tell you that I've completed the first draft. We're in the editorial stage. I've also got some illustrations and things to do, but it's coming together and I'll keep you updated. But Patreon, the patrons, you'll be getting the first glance, the first look. I'm excited. I also have an album out, it's called Keep Showing Up. My mantra, I know. It's 10 tracks long. You can only get it from my website. It's not available on streaming platforms because I don't believe in those models. They're not supporting musicians. So you can get it directly from me. There's a digital download version. There's a CD version. If you buy the CD, I also send you the digital download. Woo! Another day well spent. Thank you so much for being here. I make videos, they come out every single Monday. I'll see you next week. Peace, love, happiness.
Then put your little hand in mine.
That's right.
What? We already did this.